Right, so welcome back to the shop again, and today I discuss how deep to place magnets when you have to embed magnets such that you can't see them, or just to put them in a position that they can grip properly. So if I can use this as an example, this is one of my latest projects, this bandsaw box. I have 3 magnets that I've embedded, one down there, one there, and one up top there. And those you can see, but the corresponding magnets over there, there, and there, you can't see. So what I've done is I've actually cut a piece, or cut a slice off this, and drilled holes from the back, such that I can embed magnets that when these two come together, when they mate, then there is at least some hold over there. Now the question is, how deep do you make those recesses, or those hidden magnets? Now I've got this magnet here, this large one, which I was going to originally install in this bandsaw box, but the reason why I haven't is because these magnets here, so a whole chunk of them here, they have a force of about 4.5 kilos or something thereabouts, around about 9.5, 9.8 pounds each, and that is extremely strong. And the one thing that I did not want to do is have a magnet there, there, or there, attracting all of the items if they were metallic in any of these drawers. Excuse me. So I had to come up with a different plan. I've used these other little magnets now. I don't know what force these have. I bought these probably 10, 12 years ago, thereabouts. I really can't remember when I purchased these. And these are the ones that are embedded there, which you can see. So I didn't do a very good job at concealing them. But I also have the corresponding ones, as I've described earlier, after cutting a slice out of this bandsaw box to embed them such that they are hidden. Now the question is, how do you know how deep to make that cut? How far apart should the magnets be? So I've come up with a little jig, if you will, where I've got 2 wedges. I've got a magnet stuck at the bottom there, and there's another one on the top, and that is going to slide, that magnet is going to slide and try and keep itself aligned with the corresponding magnet, the so-called hidden one, if I can put it that way. Now, if you move these apart, you can get a feel for how strong this is. The closer the magnet is to each other, or the magnets are to one another, the stronger the force is. That's actually getting pretty strong now. So when you have more of a wedge, more of a distance between them, that is a lot easier to pull apart. Now, you have to gauge how strong you wish this force to be. And that's exactly what I've had to do with these little magnets. And I have 6 of them. 3 of them are stuck on the bottom, that side there on the thinner edge, and then 3 I placed on top, and I kept on playing around until I got the required force that I thought would be adequate for this bandsaw box. Now, these ones in particular, I think the gap between the two magnets, because there are 3 of them, worked out to around about 3 millimeters, which is about 1/8 of an inch. Had I been using these ones, 3 of these, it would be somewhat different. The gap that you need would be fairly larger. So based on that, and since these are now flush against this surface, I've had to cut away, I think I cut just a little more than 1/4 inch, probably about 8 millimeters or so. Not sure what that is in imperial. And then I drilled a hole deep enough such that the distance between this magnet or that surface and where the other face of the other magnet is going to be I think it was around about 3 millimeters. So with the 3 magnets, this gives ample hold. It's not tight. I can just pull it apart on this, but at least when this is closed, it stays closed. And I've also made these, there are 3 walnut dowels with locating holes 1, 2, and 3 there, such that when this goes back into place, that they do at least, well, in theory it should stick. There we go. It's in place there, so that stays, and this doesn't remain loose. So that is what I have done, or the method that I've devised. Now, perhaps somebody has already come out with this, but I've just used 2 simple wedges, and the angle of the wedges is entirely up to you. 1 magnet in place, there's a recess, a little hole that I've drilled so that that magnet can stay in place. And then once I have figured out how far that is, then I measure that distance from there to wherever that magnet is, and that would be the depth of, in fact, that would be the depth of where the magnet should be sitting, but you need to make your cut, your slice slightly bigger, because you need to drill a hole from the opposite side or create a recess from the opposite side, such that when it fits in, you have the magnet sitting at the correct place, so that when you use 1, 2, or 3, or whatever the case might be, that you have the correct force. So 3 magnets, 3 of these was adequate at a distance of about 1/8 of an inch or 3 millimeters once they were embedded in. So there you go. Simple little jig you can make for yourself. It shouldn't take you long to make something like that. And the way that I've done mine is, as I say, I use the 3 magnets. I can maybe just quickly demonstrate how I determine that. And so I will just stick these down here. So they are quite close to the thinner end, because these are weaker magnets. I place that over there, that way, or that way at least. Take a magnet, that'll stick, that will stick, and that will stick. So as you move this, the magnets are going to tend to follow the corresponding magnets, and of course the further away you go, the further apart they are, the weaker that's going to be. All right, there we go. It's fallen off and joined one another. So if I can get these apart again, and there. So once I move those, I figured out about the force that I was happy with, and I measured the distance from there to there between the 2 magnets, and that's when I got to about 3 millimeters. That was about the force that I was looking at. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video, this little discovery, if you wish, and I hope you found it useful. So if you found this video useful, please like and subscribe to the channel if you feel that I deserve it, and we'll see you on the next one.